A lot of the films I talk about are films that I had like vague memories of hearing about or seeing as a child in the 70s, and then I watched them again after I become, you know, I guess more well-informed, but yet at the same time less informed. I don't know how that works. But A Boy and His Dog was based on a Harlan Ellison a novella, and I think Harlan Ellison he was very well known for doing a lot of really interesting science fiction work along the lines, I guess, of, I may be wrong, I may be like really insulting some, you know, huge geeks out there, but, you know, along the lines of Philip K. Dick and Ray Bradbury. Don Johnson, I think it was just like, he was just a kid in this, and he's walking along a post-apocalyptic landscape. I mean, they probably filmed it, I'm not sure where, it was like out in the desert somewhere, but it doesn't matter because basically, you know, civilization is close to being over, or it's already ended. So he's walking along in tattered rags, and, you know, the whole thing is he's walking around looking for food, scraps to eat, and for women to covet, I guess you could say. He has a little companion, a little dog. This little terrier walks around with him and speaks telepathically with Don Johnson. And so he's basically telling Don Johnson, you know, hey buddy, you better not go in that cave, or, you know, and he talks like that. It's like some older actor from like the turn of the century that they got to do this. It's insane. And the dog's like, okay buddy, she looks pretty good, go in there. You know, I'm paraphrasing, but it's just really kind of off-putting watching this.
And I wouldn't bother going down in there unless your taste has changed radically. They left an ugly mess. I said they left a mess.
I heard you.
Pearls before swine. All my directives go completely unregarded. Sometimes you're just as ignorant as any other common rover. One indication of a female and all, caution to the wind, the eyes glaze, the glands swell, and the brain freezes.
I can't see a thing in there. Smell it.
No, I thought you were doing all the scouting today, Vic.
Damn it, Blood, don't give me a hard time. Smell it.
It's clean.
And so you're saying, well, where's this movie going? You know, and there's a little road warrior kind of stuff going on where, you know, savages come in and attack and all this is going on. He ends up in an underground society. No one gets any sun because they live underground. And Jason Robards runs this place, a brilliant Jason Robards. And he has all these people, and they're very patriotic, and they wave flags, and they have parades, and they're all rah-rah about our you know, community. And he gets captured and down there, and they're taking him, they're trying to indoctrinate him. And I remember they hook him up to machines or something, and he falls in love with the girl that has led him down there. It reminded me a lot about what we have seen in a post 9/11 world with the kind of political discourse we've seen. And this movie was made in 1975, and like a lot of films that I have seen in the 70s, the themes reflect exactly what the themes are of filmmakers today who want to make a statement about society. It was just amazing to me that this kind of thought process was going on at the time. But then we have to remember, you know, it was post-Watergate, and a lot of people were really unhappy with the way things were going in the country at the time, and you had a whole lot of wonderful political movies made at the time. We forget about that now. We just look at what's in front of us in the screens right now, and we forget about what was made then. But the way the movie was made was very disconcerting, because it was like the people that had not gotten any sun had white faces, completely white, like pancake makeup, like they had this little cult thing going on. But I'll never forget the scene of the parade going by. Just hit me so hard. I was like, oh my God, this is insane. This is what we see every day now, you know. And when I watched the movie, it was probably in 2003 or 2002, and it was just really was frightening at how similar it was to what was going on at the time.
Why are they here?
Lack of respect, wrong attitude, failure to obey authority.
Lectures?
3.
Cut and dried then.
I say so.
That'll do it.
Fanny injured and Mac Burnett.
Any reason to be easy? No, when we put this in, see, then we'll add that. We find it almost impossible to believe that you have ignored several warnings by us to conform to the rules that are vital to the continued growth and well-being of our beloved Topeka, but you did. Defiance of this committee, duly elected and ordained by the people, will not be tolerated. The farm, both of them.
Another interesting thing is that for any of you Green Acres fans out there, and I know there are a lot of you, Hank Kimball, my favorite character, the county agent, you know, Hank Kimball, the guy, hello, Mr. Douglas, how you doing? Yeah, he's in this. And he plays like the guy that takes the notes for Jason Robards and tells him who gets to live and who gets to die and all that. And he also co-produced it. He co-produced a lot of movies like Satan's School for Girls in the 70s, and he did these really bizarre movies, which is really weird because you wouldn't think Hank Kimball, the county agent in Hooterville, would make these kind of movies. And I don't know what was up with that guy. But evidently he was a normal guy. You know, he just liked to make satanic films. Who knew? But yeah, check out A Boy and His Dog. I think you'll get a kick out of it. And you know, the dog is great, really. It's, you know, the dog hits his mark in every scene and lives the moment. So, of course, he's got somebody else's voice, but that's okay.